Hey everyone, it's the Angry Honey Badger. It's time for us to take a look at another build video today. We're going to be playing as Xerath, mid lane style. We're going to go ahead and build him as a caster, or a mage if you want to call him that. But what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and cover just all the basics and everything you pretty much need to know to get started playing Xerath. What we're going to do is talk about his abilities, we're going to talk about his items you want to buy, his runes and his masteries, and his abilities, if I didn't mention that already. We're going to go ahead and start off, though, in this video by talking about his abilities, so we know what we're dealing with as this game progresses, and so we know what we're talking about. So starting off with his passive, Mana Surge. Every 12 seconds, Xerath's next basic attack will restore a certain amount of mana. The amount of mana restored is doubled if the attack target is a champion. So he's pretty mana efficient for the most part. It's pretty interesting passive. It works out fairly well. So you usually won't have too much of a problem in lane with mana, but we're gonna actually do something about that anyways because of other reasons, but we'll get to that in a little bit. At level 1, you might want to start off with your Q ability, which is your pulse. What happens is when you first start to cast that, you're going to charge it. As you charge it up, you will then shoot it off on that second cast. After a brief time, it will cast that beam of energy. It's going to deal magic damage to anything that it hits, and it's pretty good. We're going to max this out first. At level 2, comes down to what you want to do. If you want to put a point into your Eye of Destruction, you can do that, which is your W ability. Now what happens there is you're going to call down a blast of energy. After 0.5 seconds, it will go off, and it is going to deal, once again, magic damage. Enemies hit, blah, 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 will be slowed. Empowered slows the decay over 10%, blah, blah. I'm going to get it ganked again by Hecarim because he is on fire this game, actually, on the enemy team. But I'm going to go ahead and pick up a kill on Anivia. I will unfortunately fall to him, but I just got ganked by him. He is crazy all around this map all game. He's actually pretty much the only thing pretty much killing me. He took Teleport, and that's going to sneak up on me a couple times. Because Teleport, Home Guard, Hecarim onto random wards out of nowhere, that's some scary stuff. But it's going to happen. It's really weird, but it's going to happen. At level 3, what you're going to want to do is put a point into your Shocking Orb. What happens here is you're going to fire a blast of energy. It's going to hit someone. It's going to deal magic damage once again, and it is going to stun them for a duration of time depending on how far the orb has traveled. This is a skill shot. What you want to do is put 1 point into this early, and then you're going to max this out last because nothing really changes besides the damage on it since the stun duration is only based on how far it traveled. So that's what we're going to do with your Shocking Orb. And then you have your ultimate, which you put a point into at level 6, obviously. That is your Rite of the Arcane. You're going to anchor yourself into the ground for up to 10 seconds. You're going to be able to fire 3 blasts of energy anywhere within the range of it. It does have a short travel duration or time to do it. It's going to deal magic damage once again, and it's going to be awesome. We're going to murder Egg Nivea because she's in egg form. And that's what it says in chat. If you kill her while she types in egg form, it says Egg Nivea. It's kind of funny, in case you didn't know that. Fun fact. But yeah, those are your abilities. Max out that Q, then that W, and then that E, and then obviously points into your ultimate at levels 6, 11, and 16. We're going to blast the ultimate off here as they are getting super ganked in bot lane because Hecarim takes no prisoners as he has 4 kills and 0 deaths. I'm going to flash forward though and hit him with a Q right on the tip and pick up the kill and get all that shutdown gold. Now, once again, I want to screw with their Thresh. And I totally forget, it's Teleport, Boots of Swiftness, Home Guard, Hecarim. So he's going to show up in a second and actually kill me. Out of nowhere. Look at that. Freaking A. Ridiculous. Anyways, I won't learn my lesson. He's just going to be super fed this game, but so will I. It does not matter. But those are your abilities. Good to know. What we've done early on is we picked up a Chalice of Harmony early, and we built that into an Athens Unholy Grail. Now, the nice thing about his passive is it does supply you with mana. You can basically constantly spam once you have an Athens. Like all the time, because the mana regen you have from that, let alone with your passive, just means you're really never running out. And against Anivia, myself, this is very helpful for me to help clear minions, because she can push a whole wave and pretty much make me lose it to a tower with her ultimate. So it's really nice that I can actually clear all the minions with my abilities pretty quick, so I don't lose out on a lot, since she can push pretty quick too. So just kind of a nice concept. You can do this against anybody else too. If you just want to push the lane really hard, you can do it a lot with Xerath. Let alone, it provides you with probably some of the best long-distance poke in the game, and having mana all the time, you're going to force people out of lane over and over, and you can kind of get a dominant early lead. That's one thing I found out that works really well with the new kit on him, so that's what I do. So it works really well. So that's what I built first. Also, the cooldown reduction is really nice. Magic resist also will help me while I am in lane, and as the game goes on too. Now, as for your, let's talk about something. Oh, here's Hecarim, but Warwick's here because we kind of thought this was going to happen. We're going to just stun him in place. I'm just going to drop the ult straight down on his face just because I want the damage on him. We will shut him down. It will be helpful. And yeah, we're good to go. Killing Hecarim. Now, actually, what we're going to do here, I don't think I slowed it down, but I'm actually going to be poking at Anivia, and I'm going to actually knock her into egg form. And Warwick's going to finish him off while I finish the tower. So actually going to pick up an assist on her. You have extreme range. In fact, it's kind of hilarious using spectator mode to do this dude's build because like the ultimate in my range can go off the screen. And I'm already zoomed back a little bit because you can do that in spectator mode, which is why I pretty much use it. Also because I don't have to live capture, in case anybody's wondering anything about that. But it's just easier to focus on the champion too. We're not pinging around all over the place. We're going to do another bit of a fight down in bot lane. Our bot's struggling a little bit against theirs, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and drop the ultimate and pick up an assist on the Varus. We're going to go ahead and use a little bit more, get some damage down onto the Thresh. I think we'll pick this one up with another Q. Yes, we will, because those Qs hurt, man. You got to fear the Q. We do have a needlessly large rod, too, at this point. Very important item to have. It is going to obviously provide me with more damage because next what we want is maximum damage for maximum hurt. So we're working on that next. We're going to go ahead and pick up the blue buff because our Warwick knows that that is what we need. Although we really don't need it. But cooldown reduction, super awesome. And now we really can't run out of mana. It'd just be absurd to pretty much run out. But yeah, that's what we're going to work with. Now, as for your masteries, we can talk about those. You can go with a 21 in the offense. Pick up everything over there that helps you out with your AP scaling, all the ability power ratios and everything over there. Now, as for your 9... I've actually been breaking this up and doing what I think is going to be best for whatever champion I'm playing, and I've been screwing around with both the tank tree and the utility tree. Now, there's good things about both. You can pick up a little bit of extra health, which can be actually pretty helpful on a very squishy mage early on in the game in the defensive tree. But the things that are helpful in the utility tree are a little bit of increased mana regenerations. You can get like the biscuits if you want those. You can get the longer buff duration as well. So this kind of comes down to a personal preference. Lately, I've been actually taking the tank tree because I'm not worried about it. Here, I'm going to murder Hecarim while he tries to run away. You obviously don't get to see it because of range issues. And I'm going to pick up a double kill on the Varus because he deserves to die. We just want to kill people. That's all we wanted to do. We finished off our boots too at this point. Obviously, we're going to be picking up the Merc. No, not Merc treads. Never mind. Blech, wrong thing. Sorcerer's Shoes, which, of course, is that magic penetration. Very helpful. And we are finishing off our Deathcap because that is going to help increase all of our damage because of its awesome passive. In case, for some reason, you don't know what the Deathcap does. 30% increased ability power ratio. So that's what we're going to go ahead and get. There's a little bit of some poke at them with the ultimate. I'm not sure why, but we did it anyways. Anyways, though, we can continue with the build. And talking about Xerath in general as a champion, I used to hate him before his rework. I don't know why. I think just the constant locking yourself down, I did not like that. Or pretty much constant locking yourself down, since that's how it felt. And also the way they made his stun work, they kind of simplified it to a certain degree, and I like it way more. It's just better this way. Everything's better. So that is just my take on the rework. Here I'm going to take a handful of damage, and then Hecarim's actually coming from behind because super fast ridiculousness. I'm going to die, but luckily this is almost more of a just I'm holding while I wait for bottom lane to push, and they don't really react to this, and this is going to cost the enemy team. So let's talk strategy here. We have 3 pushing hard and bot. They have a Varus defending, and then there's Warwick with an ult. Obviously they're going to murder through him, and they're going to keep pushing as they screw with Riven in mid lane, who's actually going to pick up a kill, right? Right, there it is. She picks up a kill. No one's still responding, and now we're in their base. They push down the whole lane due to their poor communication, to say the least. Here, I'm going to catch Zhao out in the open and stun him. I'm just going to lock him up and blow him down. He jumps on me, which is pretty smart to try to get me to stop, but once you stun somebody, he has probably no magic resist. No, he actually built armor because he was up against Riven, which isn't a bad idea, but I'm just going to blow straight through him, obviously, with the penetration that I have from my boots and from runes, and then I am going to have a little bit more because I just picked up a Haunting Guise, which helps me out with some health, which is pretty helpful, and then also because it has some magic pen itself and more ability power, so we are able to just annihilate him. And that's going to obviously pad our score and give us some more gold. So we can keep working towards other items, which now we have another Blasting Wand, another Amplifying Tome. We're going to build these into more items. We'll get to it in a second. But pretty much poor communication before what was happening by them to not rotate and prevent the bot lane. Or they should have all stuck together, didn't chase Riven through mid and just shoved down our top lane, and one team would have had to respawn. And I'm guessing they would have honestly been able to push a little bit quicker than us because Hecarim is got a lot of damage. He'll be able to burn through towers, especially with Sheen procs from his Q. So we're going to get into a little bit of fight, pick up a couple assists, help the team out there, and definitely keep things going in our favor for the most part. Although it's actually a fairly even game. We're actually behind in gold, so that's interesting. Pushing down towers, hitting people with abilities. Hecarim comes in from behind because he's a jerk, and he's going to murder our carry. But, you know, we'll keep poking. We'll keep trying things. We're going to get hooked by a Thresh. But, like, I have damage. I'm not afraid to use it. We're going to pick up our one kill there. We're going to get very, very low. We will pick up one more kill on Varus. And then now we have to get this minion out of our way because we want to stun Anivia, which we will. And we'll use one more Q, pick up the triple kill right as we die to Zhao. And how to make the best of a bad situation. That's one of those, if you know you're going to die, make sure you get the damage off you can because you don't know what you might be able to pull out. You might get that triple kill, or you might pick up a double kill, or who knows, maybe you'll live through the exchange. But we got deep into their base there because we have super minions in bot lane as mid lane's also pushing naturally, but we're still a tower up there. But let's go ahead and talk about his runes. What I like to take is those magic penetration marks. I actually took, I think, armor seals this game. Been switching to those. All those seals, or armor... Yeah, armor seals are getting a slight change coming up, and a lot of the armor is actually going to be going onto the champions naturally a little bit. They're adding, I think, 4 to all champions at the time this is being made. Like, the next patch has that in it. Knock Anivia into egg form, pick up an assist. We have Hecarim close to us, which is not good. We want to, yeah, make him disappear a little bit. We're going to assist a little bit more with the team, drop some damage down, stun some people, and Riven doing some work now. Just a little bit poke through the wall. Don't have to really get too close to anyone with this champion to be able to kill them, which is kind of awesome. At this point, though, in the game, we have finished off our Liandrys. Hey, look, it's Hecarim from another teleport ward. Ugh, so annoying. Such a weird thing to have to deal with since you never see that. But we picked up the Liandrys, which is pretty awesome. It's a very helpful item. And next, we are working towards our Void Staff. We just want to blow up targets. That is kind of our goal, and we have now finished off the Void Staff. So right now, we kind of have our core, I would call it. Final item or 2 items I'd recommend. Hourglass, pretty helpful if they collapse onto you really fast and you need that stasis time. Another good one that I haven't done too often, but isn't terrible, is, of course, the Rylai's Crystal Scepter. The slow and the health on that, let alone more AP, very helpful. It helps them never to get to you if they are trying to get to you, and if they're ever trying to run away, they're not going to get away. So it makes landing your ultimate a little bit easier if you hit them with the first one or with whatever they're trying to use. So pretty good stuff. We go a little too balls to the wall there, Riven, while Warwick's laughing, and I'm like, I can't really assist this too well, and I don't want to sacrifice myself without the rest of the team as they come to help. I'd help poke and do what I could, but I don't know what Riven was doing solo. Anyways, now the rest of the team's here. Lock him down, pick up another kill, and now we're just going to barely miss a Q on Varus. He's just barely out of range. Oh. How sad. But now Hecarim's in bot lane, counter pushing us. Now we need to go back, but, you know, we're going to get delayed because Zhao, stupid. Anyways, back to the runes. AP per level scaling, Glyphs, and then AP quintessences. So I think at level 1, if you take the Dorans Ring start with a couple health pots, you have 40 ability power, which is pretty helpful. It's a lot of AP. I think it's 40. I could be wrong. I think it's 40. We're getting into a little bit of a fight. I actually take a bunch of damage from Anivia. We will pick up an assist, though, on Zhao, and I think an assist on Anivia, and a couple assists on, or one on Thresh as well. So we got to get back to base, though, because we don't have much health, and chances are Hecarim wants to murder us because that's kind of his thing this game. He's like the only one who's been killing me. Also, because Super Minion is down in bot lane, and if for some reason our team isn't able to push this, I'm going to be the slowest pusher on our team anyways, against a tower. Well, at least at standard attack-wise, obviously I can clear well. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and clear these super minions in case he would try to TP down here with all this crap and then try to push. So, this is preventative losing is what this is, while our team go ahead and pushes for the win. But that's pretty much going to be a build for the Xerath. Pretty fun if you've never played him. He does take a tiny bit to get used to. He's not perfect against all mid laners, but I've done pretty good with him against... God, pretty much most, just because you're able to keep your distance. I've murdered a few Vel'Kozes too. I don't know if he's an answer to Vel'Koz, but he does fine against him, at least in what I've done. So that is going to be the game. Leave me a comment and a like and subscribe if you have not. But other than that, I'll just see all of you guys in the next build video. I'm going to jump on him and smash him in the face a few times. He's going to hit me back, but a couple little clicks from that ultimate, we're just going to standard attack him one more time. If I would have hit him with one of those blades that missed, wouldn't have even needed to dive him. But we'll dive him quick. We'll take care of him. It's going to happen.